You care about what other people think of you, right? You wouldn't have clicked on this video if you didn't. And you know what? I get it. I cared so much about what other people thought about me that I let it impact my entire life. And frankly, I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you that it was still a battle every day. But here's the thing about caring about what other people think of you. The brutal truth that you came to this video for. Are you sure you want to hear it? The truth is that it's making you do one thing. And that one thing is waste your life. But hold, don't click away just because I told you what the truth was already. Stick around, we'll go through an exercise so you can figure out what's holding you back and then what to do about it. I also just want to say to start that there is a big difference between holding your reputation intact and caring about what other people think. Doing unethical stuff or immoral stuff is bad for the world, bad for your reputation, and you just shouldn't do it. But experimenting with something new, dreaming up big goals for your life, and actually trying to make something of yourself, that's cool. That's what people let other people stop them from doing when that's the stuff that we all should be doing. So here's the exercise. What I want you to do is think about all the things that you want to do that you're currently not letting yourself do because you care about what other people think. Is it cutting out drinking? Is it trying a new hobby? Is it building a business? Is it posting a photo or a video on social media? Playing a sport? Working out at the gym? What is it? Pause this video and really take a second to think through all the things that you want to do that you're not doing. Okay, so you just came back from the pause. Think now about all the people that are holding you back from doing that. Whose opinions are you caring about? Give me a name. Is it Bob, Sally, Susie, John? Whose opinion is it that you care about? Pause again and think through who those people are. Okay, so now you have those people in your mind too. Now let me ask you this question. In 20 years' time, are you going to be happy with the fact that you let those people stop you from doing those things that you're thinking about? I hope you get to the same conclusion that I do, which is it's ridiculous to let those people stop you from doing it. The funny part about it is that any negative feelings they have, which to be fair, they might not even have in the first place, it's all made up in your mind at this point. But if they do have any negative feelings or judgment, it's usually rooted in the fact that you're actually trying something and you actually have the balls to put yourself out there and try something, which is something that they don't have and they never did. For me, making this YouTube channel is a perfect example of this. There are many people whose opinions I care about greatly, and I very easily could have just told myself I shouldn't be posting on YouTube in the fear that they might see it or they might laugh at me or have judgment about it. But at the end of the day, if I didn't try this, I didn't try helping people who were on the same journey as me, choosing to go alcohol free, and I didn't try at least to see what I could do with a YouTube channel, then I would just be wasting so much potential. And in a year or 2 years, if this channel is big or successful or whatever successful means, then those people might be the ones saying, must be nice that you have a big YouTube channel now. But in reality, it's just because I tried. It's because I put myself out there and I'm making these videos when they get 5 views, but at some point down the line, maybe they won't get 5 views anymore and it'll all be worth it. And if they don't, maybe I can still help one person and that'll still be worth it. So now you know what you're holding back from and who's holding you back in your mind. But what do you do about it? So obviously, now that you have the self-awareness from this, the best thing to do would be to just say, screw it, start doing the things and not care about those people's opinions. That would be like beating the final boss on the first go. But I understand that that's probably very hard, especially if this is your first kind of self-awareness of people pleasing and this type of thing. You can't just jump in with 2 feet all the time. So if you want a smaller way to start getting over people pleasing and caring about what other people think, a great way to do that, in my opinion, is just adding it into daily social interactions. And what do I mean by this? When you're walking in the street, if you see somebody who you generally just think a compliment in your head, say the compliment out loud. If you're in a coffee shop waiting for a coffee in line, then strike up a conversation with the person next to you. Putting yourself out there in these types of really small social situations usually leads to pretty positive outcomes, but if it doesn't, that's also okay. Maybe they ignore you or maybe they don't want to talk to you. That still gets you closer to getting over the fear of people pleasing, because instead of being in your own bubble, you're being willing to upset someone else by talking to them or anything like that. But usually these also just lead to positive outcomes and you walk away feeling better than you did at the beginning. For me, one of the big unlocks in my people-pleasing journey was actually quitting drinking. This is something that I think is a great start to the self-improvement journey, but also because our world so heavily relies on alcohol for so many things, it's kind of like a big paradigm shift when you choose to stop drinking. And especially if you have friends and family who do drink, it's almost like you're telling them bad news when you tell them you're not drinking, even though it's simply a choice that helps you personally. It has nothing to do with them, but because they then think that it puts a mirror up to their actions, there are certain people who will kind of respond negatively. So it's a first step of overcoming people pleasing because you're doing something 100% for you that shouldn't be a problem for someone else, but they still might take it as a problem. Obviously, this is something that then you can continue on, and by being alcohol free, you can improve all these other aspects of your life. But in terms of what we're talking about, in terms of getting over people pleasing and just letting you be the driver of your life, choosing to be alcohol free actually does that in a surprising way. I did this over a year ago, which led to some uncomfortable conversations with friends who realized that I wouldn't be drinking with them anymore. And although it was, a difficult or uncomfortable conversation to kind of tell them like, I'm done with alcohol, then at the end of the day, it was still incredibly positive for me, and it gave me more time under pressure in terms of overcoming that people pleasing. And I think that was a really core element to me being where I am today. Please do not waste your life under the guise of pleasing other people. I know it feels like the weight of the world is coming down on you when you think other people are looking and judging and have opinions on what you're doing. But as long as you're not doing something unethical or immoral or, demolishing your reputation, and you're just trying something or have big goals for yourself, then please just keep that front of mind. Like, make sure you're doing stuff for you, not because you're afraid of what others are thinking. I don't like to make promises, especially ones I can't keep, but I do promise that the minute you stop caring what other people think genuinely, your life will improve. A weight will be lifted off your shoulders, and that will just be a fantastic step forward of your self-improvement journey. If this video was helpful or inspiring to you, please subscribe to the channel for more self-improvement and alcohol-free content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.